JR,
host of Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us Speaking the Facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in.
We are back and we're already having fun. As y'all can see, this is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. And of course, I am JR and my co-host and lovely daughter over there, Charlie. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Dad.
So I'm going to get the housekeeping out of the way.
Yeah, because we got excited.
Now, we got things to do. Mm-hmm. So I just want to let y'all know that this podcast is brought to you by Kiss Wealth Now.
Yes.
Not now, but right now.
Right now. Today.
So that's right. So we Kiss Wealth Now is a what is
Kiss Wealth Now is a residential and commercial real estate mortgage company. So we handle all of your real estate and financial needs.
There you go. And tell them how to find Kiss Wealth Now.
Kiss Wealth Now is the website altogether, or you can call me. My number 214-738-4913.
There you go. One more time.
That was easy.
One more time.
214-738-4913.
There you go. And you will get hooked up with someone who will take care of you righteously. Like I said, Kiss Wealth Now has taken care of me once and is working on taking care of me twice.
2, 3.
That's right. So let me get a little more of the housekeeping out of the way. Acknowledge our alter egos, the hosts and producers' alter egos. We are the fly guy and the fly girls. I am, don't call it a comeback because I've been fly. And over there we got Fly Money.
Yes.
And back there running things is our producer Kim, aka This Shit's Fly. What's up, Kim? She getting loud.
She got loud. She wants to know she's here today.
And we got Evan over there on the knobs and faders. What's up, Evan?
Oh, he's low.
He's low today. So we got Christy. They got a couple people in the back. We're gonna be switching people in and out, I think.
Yes.
And but anyway, without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce.
Oh, you're handing the mic. Oh, okay.
He's
handing the baton. You're passing the baton. Right. I like that. So I am so honored to be sitting here with the cast from the 50 Cent Jewelry line, LA, our producer, director, Lyric, one of our cast members. But you believed in me. Look at he found me on the corner and said, "Will you come?" I was like, "Would you come and would you please?" No, I'm teasing. But no, thank you so much for allowing me to be in the play. I'm excited. I've been telling tons of people about it. Thank you for working with me and helping me develop myself because this is brand new for me. But tell the audience how long you've been a director, producer, and all the things you've been doing. Like, give them a snapshot into who you are and why they need to be coming to this play.
Gotcha. First and foremost, thank you guys for having me in the cast here. We greatly appreciate it. You guys have a beautiful set.
Thank you.
And just happy to be here and talk about the production and whatnot. So my name is LA. I'm originally from Wentzville, Missouri. If you don't know where that is.
I thought you were going to say LA.
I know. I was waiting for LA.
LA from LA, though.
LA from Wentzville, Missouri.
Okay.
And that's 30 minutes west of St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So I'm a Grambling graduate, HBCU graduate.
Love it.
And I was at Grambling from 2004 to 2008. And growing up, I started journaling to help me to express myself and my thoughts and whatnot.
Right.
I grew up with my grandparents, and you can't. Are you back with them?
You sure cannot.
So I took to pen and paper.
Are you allowed to have feelings? No.
Not a lot of smile, God, have fun, kid.
Yes.
But I took to pen to paper to express my thoughts and got my thoughts out the way. So I started writing as a teenager. And then when I was in college, we had a revival back at home in St. Louis, and I felt the spirit during the revival. And I got an opportunity to speak at my church, and the message was coming from the first 3 chapters of Genesis. And as I had all these different versions of the Bible out, translations of the Bible out, these characters were in my head, and I just couldn't get them out of my head. So I started writing a script about the creation story, and that was probably like 2005.
Okay.
And I showed that script to one of my college professors at Grambling, and I wanted him just to critique it.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it to the department head,
mm-hmm.
and he got it approved for me to produce it.
Wow.
Yeah, and only at that time, only seniors could produce a work. So I was kind of just tossed out there and forced
That's
to
the best
be a
way
leader.
to do it.
Yeah. So that was my taste, my first taste, writing, directing, and producing at Grambling.
Okay.
And so I've been, I don't know, probably about 18, 16 years, something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. And that's so, and it's really not work. It's a passion. It sounds like it was something that you didn't really think about. You were expressing yourself, but then it grew into so much more.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I graduated high school, I went to a small business college in St. Louis, learned about computers, and the most I got out of that was just learn how to type.
Okay.
What home row is.
ASDM.
Right. And then I started working in corporate America, and I was just sitting in a cubicle, and I had all this energy, and I wanted to do something with it and not get fired. So I started looking for schools to go to, and I wanted the HBCU experience. Grambling was the first one to accept me, and the furthest one away from home.
Okay, that's a plus. How far can you get away? You know, have your independence.
Yes. So chose Grambling, and it was really a life-changing experience for me.
Sounds like it.
Yes.
Love it. I've never been down there, so I'm excited. It's gonna be my first time going for August 21st.
So what's the name of the play again?
It's called The 50 Cent Jury Line.
And it was written and produced by you?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
And the 50 Cent Jewelry Line. Okay, that can go a myriad of directions. So I'm excited to watch it. And it's going to be at Grambling.
It's going to be on the campus of Grambling State University. We're going to be there August the 20th. It's going to be performing August the 22nd and the 23rd.
And Charlie's going to be in it.
2 performances. Oh, Lord.
So what role are you playing?
I'm very shy, though. You know, a lot of people don't know that about me. I'm very shy. And
I couldn't tell. Not at all. No.
You know, I'm using my shyness to propel me forward, you know.
Right.
Yes.
So what role are you playing?
Oh, I'm playing Miss Thea. So maybe today you should call me Thea instead of Charlie.
Thea? Okay. Okay. Today you can call me young instead of old.
Okay, how about that? So I'm a daughter. I'm 22 years old, and this is my mama. They call her Niece. And so Niece is also a poet, an actress, amongst many other things. You want to give? It would just be a nice segue to my mama over here. And she didn't bring her belt, so I can't get in trouble.
I didn't
bring it. I should have.
This is a violence-free podcast here.
No, but my name is Lyric Hunter. I'm an international performance arts poet, spoken word artist. I also curate my own events, both spoken word events and just fun gatherings for community, you know, to just come and enjoy themselves. I do workshops as a teaching artist, so I teach, you know, people how to use writing to heal through their life journeys. But basically, I do a lot of work.
See, I didn't know that. I love that.
Yes. My acting debut actually started last year when we performed the first time as the Dallas cast, you know. But LA gave me an opportunity. He met me at another production that he was working on and said I would match perfectly for this role in his stage play. So I said, I never did this before, but hey, let's do it. You know.
So we have somebody with the first play ever, and you've been doing it a year.
Yep.
So you're making stars, bro. You're making
stars. Thank you.
Yes. And Dad, you've acted before in plays, and you sing.
I actually was acting and singing for a living for a while. I went on the road with a couple of plays. The 2 plays that I went on the road with were directed by Quitman Flood, and I haven't seen Quitman in years, but Quitman Flood and Ron Stacker Thompson, who was out of New York, and I did a couple of very interesting plays. One about Zora Neale Hurston, who of course you know was the first voodoo priestess to be in the United States, and so
I didn't know that, but I just learned that out.
Yeah,
did you know that?
Did I know
that he was the first voodoo priestess?
Zora Neale Hurston. Yes,
we just learned something.
Yeah.
See?
But yes, I've done some interesting stuff, and so it's a chip off the old block.
I know. And that was back that play was back in the 70s.
Well, see there. See? See?
Well, shade.
Yeah,
I just wondering.
yeah, the
you know.
1870s.
I know, right? I tease my dad about being old. I love it. I love it. But I'm getting older. I'm about to have a birthday here myself, and
Happy
That's
birthday.
right.
Yeah.
You're starting
Happy
to resemble
birthday.
that remark.
I know, right? I'm the big 50. I'm
That's
just like,
right.
woo,
Yes.
yes. So,
Yes,
so yes, I know. Right?
that's right.
So now, how did you get into poetry and writing? We heard how LA got into it. It's obviously it's a passion, it's a love, it's something that allows you to reflect because you want to get those words out there.
Right. I mean, I've been writing for many years since I was a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as performing, like actually getting in front of a mic to entertain an audience, because that's what we're doing basically.
Right.
I didn't get the guts to do that until I was 40 years old.
Okay.
I'm 44 now. But a friend snuck me on an open mic list. I didn't have a clue
Uh-huh.
that they was about to call my name.
Uh-huh.
And I got up there shaking, nervous, scared, and I read my poem,
Uh-huh.
and they loved it. Even though I felt like I sounded like a mess, they still loved it. And then I tried it again a year later, and once I started up again, I promised myself I would keep doing it to conquer my stage fright and just fear of being judged, because this is our personal art that we're sharing. These are circumstances that we either went through or somebody very close to us went through.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been doing it faithfully since the pandemic hit, and
the rest is history. And you do this full time.
Full time.
So that's a blessing. She
Well,
does her love.
And you look good for 44.
Yes.
Yes, you
Thank
do.
you.
Yes, you do.
Yes. That's right. My mama showed does. Yes.
So LA, without giving too much away, so what can you tell us a little about this play that's coming up at Grambling?
Sure. So the 50 Cent Jury Line, it's about a small town church choir that goes to a 50 Cent Jury outlet in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
So the choir's from a small town, but they go to St. Louis in the hood. And this church choir experiences characters and spirits that aren't saved. So their faith is tested.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's based on a true story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that I like that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely like that. Based on a
Yes.
true story.
Yes.
You know, I'm excited for my baby. This is her first acting role. So
Doing so good.
Thank you. And I will say that the play is so good. I mean, as many times I've heard it, I still laugh. There's the piece in there. I'm like, I'm still laughing. And like, and she's telling me, okay, you remember not to laugh. I'm like, I know. Okay, well, hold it together. Because there's a lot of funny pieces in there.
Yeah.
Where and because most people can resonate with every piece of that. Whether or not you're the mom, the daughter, the church folk. At the store, there's all the different experiences. It's something that I think the audience can resonate with on many different levels.
Yes, very much so. And the rehearsals are so therapeutic. I mean,
Yeah.
we're always laughing, especially the improv
Yes.
with Sister Vinny. So we had rehearsal that was on Monday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Yeah, that's Monday.
I think I said Tyson is not going to be here.
Yes.
And Tyson is one of the lead male roles. I said Tyson is not going to be here or something like that. And Sister Vinny said, I'll meet him in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Or he's
Yeah.
in the bathroom or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna meet him in the bathroom. We were
yep.
just almost my
Yes.
legs almost gave out.
Yes. We have a good time.
Yeah, so rehearsals are fun. We're always laughing. There's a lot of improv, and I encourage improv. I want the actors to feel the character and be the character, become the character, and I'm cool with them, improving.
well, I've heard several accomplished actors say that a lot of what happens on film happens spontaneously.
It does.
That it's a result of somebody feeling the lines to go a different way and having a director that will allow them to do that.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys were saying that you had rehearsals. Have you had any dress rehearsals?
This next one is the next.
Yeah.
So our next
Tomorrow.
rehearsal, tomorrow we have a
We're
promo
close.
shoot
Yes.
with our official photographer Jarvis, who is here.
Jarvis!
He's been the official photographer for the 50 Cent Jewelry line since 2023. So we're going to be having a promo day tomorrow. He's going to be shooting the actors and the cast, and we're actually going to be turning this into a documentary and submitted it to film festivals all over the world.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. And it's her first acting job. No, I have to get a hold of myself. So I guess the reason that I asked about the dress rehearsal is because one of the things that I had to get used to really, really quickly was changing clothes with strangers behind stage. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you know. So you haven't experienced that yet, have you?
No. Not yet.
She's like, no.
And I only have one outfit to wear the whole time.
Okay,
So,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
unless you got another one.
No, so the great thing
No,
about
no.
this production is all the characters stay in their clothes.
Oh, okay.
Besides one character possibly.
Oh.
So there's no costume change.
Oh,
It
okay.
happens one day in one setting. It's just it's throughout the day.
Right.
It's these characters are in line for 50 Cent Jewelry all day long. But
Oh,
there's no
okay.
costume change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You've escaped this time.
This time I've escaped. Mhm.
But yeah, I was the last play I did was not the last one, but it was the last one I did that had costume changes was about Paul Lawrence Dunbar,
Oh, okay.
and so I had several roles, so there was no getting out of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like what do they call it? It's like what do they call it? The relay. It's
Yeah.
like the relays. Yeah, you dash off stage,
Yes, I
strip
said
real
somebody's
quick.
standing there with your clothes, and you just kind of dive into them, and they button you up, and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, but,
Yeah.
And that's it. And you're on to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you're an actor and you're doing theater and it's live, like there's, you see everything. You become a family, really, because
Yeah,
you're around
yeah.
them for so much, especially if you're traveling. You're around
Yeah.
your castmates for so long, and you just look at them as brothers and sisters.
And that's really like we have rehearsal at the house on Monday. I was like, okay, y'all are my family, I'm like, y'all come to the house and we're gonna have fun, and and
Oh
we,
yeah.
yeah.
the cast is coming over Monday.
Well, they came over Monday.
Oh, they
we had
came over, that's
rehearsal at the
Monday.
house on Monday.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Okay, so y'all had a chance to kind of get together outside.
yeah. Well, and if it's not, so we've done it at Christy's house a couple of times, and I was like, I know I need more practice. I'm like, let me open up and y'all come over and let's have an extra practice, and so we have fun.
Oh, yeah.
We
It was
accomplished a
fun.
lot,
I am,
That's fun.
I am
And you-
definitely looking forward.
and
to
I'm
it.
still working on all of my lines. But I shocked you, huh? I knew more than what.
Yes, I love the growth. I love the growth, and I love discovering working with new actors.
Yeah.
They're excited.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're excited to get the opportunity to be on stage and be casted, and possibly live out their dream, and it's growth, and you get to see that with each rehearsal.
Yeah.
And so just thankful to work with Lyric and Charlemagne
Yes.
and Christy and whatnot.
Miss
But,
Christy Dean.
Yeah. So do you have a and it don't necessarily have to be this play. I've just seen so many. Do you have a funny story that happened while you were working or on the road or?
oh wow, my goodness. I remember when I was at Grambling and I was in the Crucible. And I played the judge, and he had a lot of lines, but a lot of the director, he cut a lot of the script, and I forgot my lines on stage.
Mhm.
And I made up something. One of the cast members said, "You suck," underneath her breath. And I was like, oh my God.
Uh-oh.
So one of the other cast members went backstage, got the script, and gave me part of the script, because they
Uh-huh.
were constantly giving paperwork to the judge. But yeah, that is like one of the worst feelings ever,
Right.
ever. But it was, it was
Like, oh, yeah,
funny.
that
You got to look back at it and it happens.
Yeah, it does.
It's live. It's a lot of lines to retain and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want that to ever happen again.
I know. I've been on the way over here. I just have in the car. That's what I listen to. If I'm not on the phone, I got the play reading. Thank you for that tip. I just have the play reading to me constantly, and I'm just listening to it. And I'm listening to it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many ways to learn your lines, and then you have
Yeah.
technology too.
Mhm.
I'm kind of old school. You have the script.
Yeah,
Read the line before your line, or the paragraph before your line, and then so your lines. You're familiar with your line, and then I call it like the trigger line, the trigger word, the trigger line, right. And then of course you have to learn your lines, of course, too. But it's an art. It's definitely an art. Great memory focus.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps with public speaking and all that great stuff.
So when you forgot your lines as the judge, what did they do?
They went backstage and they got part of the script and gave it to me.
I mean, was there a pause? You forgot them?
What did I say? I said a famous line that they always say, in the court. I don't remember.
See, that's why he forgot.
Yeah, that's why I forgot. I said something.
I'm never gonna remember
made sense right there.
Yeah. I said something, but they went to go get that script.
Kim says, "I object." That's the line. Right. So, LA. So, if so, obviously, this is one play, and you've written others.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the play that you did last year was this one. Mm-hmm. So, once this one is performed, Simone Biles put on her tweet, like, why do they ask what's next? After you have the highlight, and I've just done, like, let me savor in the glory. But is there something next that you're wanting to do? I mean, what is Mew, is MEW, Mew Productions, and what is all the things that are going to be coming out? And, what are your plans?
Oh, wow. So you guys want a sneak peek, huh?
Yeah.
I got you. So the plan, we're going to be touring the 50 Cent Jury Line until next summer. So we're going to be going to Ardmore.
I have time to get my lines together.
We're going to be going to Ardmore, Oklahoma. We're going to be going to St. Louis. We're going to be adding additional stops along the way. The vision is to take this play on a college tour, specifically and hopefully an HBCU tour.
Gotcha.
It's a great story. It's an inspirational comedy.
It definitely is.
I wrote 4 of the songs. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited about that. But after this, the very first play that I wrote, Genesis, the first sin, that's what I wrote when I was in college. I showed the script to my professor. He got it approved. We're going to turn that script. We're going to make that into a film. So it's going to be the creation story, the first 3 chapters of the Bible. Awesome. And the plan is to film part of it in Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
And the other part of it here in Dallas. So I went to Puerto Rico last November for vacation, but I was also scouting. And so that is the plan for that. I did a collaboration with a sign language interpreter in St. Louis, and she wrote her first book. It's called Definitely My Life. It's a children's book, and she reached out to me to help turn her book into a stage play.
Gotcha.
And so that's going on right now. I'm a co-writer for that play, and that play is going to be performed in January 2025 in St. Louis. So looking forward to supporting her. Outside of that, there's other possible collaborations going on. And then we actually have an educational component to Mew Productions. So we have acting, sign language, and writing workshops. And we offer those workshops virtual and in person. Gotcha. This year we opened up the sign language workshops. So if you want to learn sign language in person or virtual, we have that option for you.
I was wondering about that because, I know that, I've been to events where they have someone doing signing, but, and I'm going to ask, the person that you're helping write for, co-write, you said she's deaf or no?
She's a sign language interpreter.
She's a sign language interpreter. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And so at the play, the 50 Cent Jury Line, are there going to be people there signing?
Yes, there is one sign language interpreter that's on board. For the Grammy performance, and so she's excited. I'm excited.
Yeah. That's great.
The play will be interpreted for our deaf audience, and we are inviting the deaf community to come in.
Love that.
The mission for Mew Productions is to bridge the gap between the hearing and the deaf communities. And so, we're working on doing that, building a presence in the deaf community, and with deaf interpreting services.
Right.
So we have sign language workshops, writing workshops, and acting workshops.
I remember my ABCs, not all of them, in sign. It's been a minute.
I gonna say
in sign language. Yeah.
I'm thinking the other sign language.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Those famous words.
And even the words, like children and eat, So I know, more. So there's certain ones that I know, but I remember enjoying it when I was learning it.
It's fun. It's fun.
And
It's
even
fun, beautiful.
even
language
when
story.
with me helping doing mortgages, I've helped several deaf people get mortgages, and so they have someone who calls in and they'll announce that they're making a call for that person, and they're typing in for them to be able to
Oh yeah. Do they have a sign language interpreter?
They do. And then also so there's different services. We just, as a mortgage company, we just have to make sure we use a non-interested third party to communicate in between us to make sure that the person on the other side is understanding what's being said.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Miss Lyric, what at your shows, do you guys have interpreters, or that's something that maybe you'd be looking to add in the future?
Oh, I mean, we can definitely add it. Do I have it in the budget?
That's the question.
And that's the question.
Yeah,
But it's always wonderful to be able to cater to a wider aspect,
Right.
As far as an audience, because everybody need healing.
That's right.
Everybody need an outlet.
Exactly.
So, if there's something we can look forward to in the future, I would definitely.
And I love it. I think acting definitely is. I mean, because me and Chris were talking about, it's a lot of work. I'm like, yeah, it is, but it's relaxing. It's worth it. It's like it takes you out of your world, and you try to come into another world and develop develop your character. And so it's a commitment.
Which is, and I'm glad that Lyric that you said, everybody needs healing, because that's I think that gets overlooked as a byproduct and an advantage of acting or writing or singing or doing whatever. It's the healing that makes these arts interesting, and it makes people keep seeking them.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, very much so. The great thing about acting that I like is you get to become this different character.
Yes, you do.
And make that character up to whom you want it to be. It's almost like Halloween. You get to dress up, you get to go out and portray this other character, and you get rewarded. Instead of getting candy, you get applause.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get applause.
Hopefully, yeah.
And not booze. But the response, but the response from the audience as an actor is it's priceless. That's what you want, a response from the audience.
It is. Yeah. It is. I was talking about Dunbar. We took, and it's funny you said doing a college tour. We had taken Dunbar down to Miami Beach, and funny story. We had taken Dunbar down to Miami Beach. Now at this time, Lunel, the comedian Lunel, was a cast member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, at Lunel, I actually used to sing with Lunel.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
she used to sing.
She's the comedian with the blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know she sang.
She used to sing. Ben Lunel and I did a wedding together. And
Lunel, if you're watching, you remember? No.
she might kill me for telling this story. But believe it or not, Lunel and I did a wedding together, and she sang Ageless and Ever. She sang Evergreen. So if you can imagine that voice of hers, but Lunel could actually sing.
Huh? Yeah, I didn't know the song either. I didn't know it either, but I was like, okay.
That's all right.
That's all right. The song Evergreen.
Yeah.
So, audience, if you know who Evergreen is, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So since I have been roasted over here, that no one else knows.
if they like music, they're gonna know.
Yeah, they're gonna know what it is. But we went to South Florida to do this play. Now, and you're talking about the cast being a family.
Oh yeah.
So we had spent weeks and weeks around each other, and we, and most of us knew each other anyway. And like I said, Lunel and I had sang together. So we get to Florida. We're going to the hotel. We haven't even made it to the hotel yet, and we're on the bus. And the producer's already stressing because things have been going wrong. So a Corvette pulls up beside us. Lunel opens the window, yells out, say, "Hey, sexy!" And he they're talking. She dives off the bus and jumps into this Corvette with this dude, and they pull off.
Oh my
And the
God.
producer, she loses it. We're canceling the show. I can't stand it.
Wow.
I mean, it was. Yeah, we didn't see her we probably didn't see her for 7 or 8 hours, so we were a little worried. But she made it back.
She did her thing.
She made it back.
But
That's interesting.
Yes. Okay. Interesting story. So Dad has met a lot of, because so Dad lived in the Bay Area. I plucked him from the Bay Area.
That's right. That's right.
Brought him to Texas. So he's actually got a chance to meet a lot of and work with a lot of famous people that we see on TV today.
Wow.
Yeah. So
across his time. Yeah.
Yeah. Just and now I'm passing the torch, just like.
Yeah. I know what I'm like. I feel like I'm on fire. I'm like, I'm sitting here. I'm like, maybe my age is showing. I'm like, I just started. I'm like, come down your fan, because Lord, it's hard.
Well, see, but that's that good fire though. We're talking about you doing your first acting job, and so you got the fan because you never let them see you sweat.
They never let them see you sweat because I was like, woo, child. I'm like, she's melting.
So you have besides what is your, I mean, I guess for artists, I know like me, our craft tends to be our hobby as well.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have a hobby? Either of you have a hobby outside of what you outside of the craft?
That's a good question.
I like eating.
I
like eating. So I put on like 30 pounds since I've lived here. I just recently lost 15. But
okay.
I mean, you live in Texas, you're gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I like eating and I like cooking.
What's your favorite food? Just food?
No. I like Mediterranean.
Okay, yeah.
I like Mediterranean.
Mm-hmm.
The colors and the flavors. Gyros. I really like gyros.
Yeah, they're good.
Really like gyros. But yeah, I like cooking too. Cooking is an art. You're always learning. You can add this. You can add that. And until you perfect it, or until you find a better recipe. Yeah. Or till you taste somebody else's.
You're like, I'm gonna do that.
Then you switch up your recipe.
That's right.
But yeah, I like eating. I like cooking. I like going to vendor pop-ups. I really like the homemade products for like your hair and the skin and all that good stuff. And asking them their why and asking them about their story, because everybody has a story. Right.
Yes.
Everybody has a story. And I like those products.
Oh, okay.
You know what you're putting in your body. You can talk to the person that created it, and all that good stuff. So yeah,
I'm big on knowing what's going in your body. I've been a vegetarian since like 1990. I
wow.
guess.
Wow.
And
the only one in the family. No.
Yeah, only one in the family. That's right. And and it's been a long, as the song says, a long and winding road. I used to not here in Texas necessarily, but because Charlamagne has always tried to cook for me. I will say that.
Right.
But in California, there were many days when I would have to go to Burger King and get an Impossible Burger on the holidays because wasn't nothing else to eat. But so Lyric, hobby besides outside the craft?
For the most part, traveling, spending time with my family. I like karaoke. I like to sing and be goofy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Reggae, anything reggae.
Yes.
I'm in there.
Who's your favorite reggae artist?
Right now, I'm really enjoying Coffee.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's who I listen to the most these days. So yeah, I would have to say Coffee right now. That's my favorite. But everybody loves Bob.
Yeah, everybody loves Bob.
Well, I was gonna say I'm from the era, so Bob is my guy.
Don't take away that.
And even Third World, their stuff.
Toots and the Maytals, I used to really like them.
Mm-hmm.
But and they're like, who? See, this is happening again.
Anybody got that playlist? Toots and the Maytals.
Kim, look them up on the internet. Just so they won't. Just so they'll know I'm not.
I'm sure we've heard this song
on the left
before.
hand side.
So that's right. I am taking the liberty to step in and out of the Twilight Zone whenever I want to.
Yes.
But yeah, no, Toots and the Maytals. I mean, you can look them up there.
I'm gonna have to, because now I'm like Toots. I've not heard them, and it's all right.
But yeah,
you tell us your age.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm 67, but I'm still standing.
You're still standing. You're still standing.
I'm still standing, and
exactly.
And still, I can still move a little bit.
Right.
A little slower than I, but I'm still doing the thing. So then I ain't got no complaints.
None. Doing good.
So and she doesn't know that she's right behind me. See, she gonna see pretty soon. She's gonna be,
Exactly. I was feeling right here when I was having my little personal summer. I was like, "Jeez Louise!"
See,
am.
So that's one of the things about age that you have these you have these personal summers. See,
Yeah.
See my summer I share with everybody else. See, y'all you have the y'all have the personal ones.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right.
Mine lasts all year long. It's hot.
It's hot.
It's freezing in there.
It's hot. Yes. so now, as far as one thing that's big about when you're working in your passion and your purpose, how hard was it to have support, on your things that you're wanting to do, to help you?
I've been blessed to have support of my hometown in Westville, Missouri, as I was learning, especially sign language. As I was learning sign language on my breaks, spring breaks, summer breaks, winter breaks, I would actually go home and teach beginners sign language in my community. First started in my church, and then word got out throughout my community, and I would go to different churches, and they would allow me to host sign language classes and charge people, and people paid. And then I also taught people how to interpret songs too.
Okay.
So when I was at Grambling, my advisor just threw me in a sign language class just so I can be in a full-time student as an elective. And I was the only guy in the class, so I already stood out.
Right.
And then I got into a study group. And my classmates just like really embraced me and all that good stuff. And then my professor, once I took the second sign language class, she put together a sign language performance group. And that's when I learned how to interpret songs. And so, again, I would go home and teach my community inspirational gospel songs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, when I would also go home, I would be, write skits for my church and plays for my community. And the community came and community supported. So I've been blessed to have that support from my community and whatnot. And so we're hoping to have that same support here as we're going on tour. I know when we did the play last year in Dallas at Oak Lawn United Methodist Church, the church was packed.
Yes.
It was cross-cultural and different ages. One thing I liked about the play that I noticed in 2009 when I first produced it, and then last year, is it holds children's attention. So not one time have we seen a parent take their child out and discipline them.
Okay.
There was no crying, no yelling,
yeah,
no parents saying "shut up."
Right.
So I'm thankful for that.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
That's a
good.
beautiful feeling. So,
Yeah.
have you taught this cast to interpret songs?
No, and you're the second person that asked that. No, just developing the lines, developing the character is enough.
Right.
I'll leave the sign language interpreters.
Yeah, we have enough to remember.
So, so what
Yeah.
goes into teaching someone to interpret a song?
It's one-on-one because it's more intense.
Yeah.
It's like having an acting coach or a teacher. I have to learn the song first, and then I have to not only teach the song, but work on expression because you are interpreting the feeling.
Right.
For somebody that can't hear, they can't hear the different tones and the different pitches. And when that singer hits that high note, they can't hear what we hear, but they can only see what we see. So you try to teach for them to feel the song. When I'm interpreting a song, I allow myself to be vulnerable. And a lot of times I'll cry because I'm engaged with the song and I'm engaged with, the message and all that good stuff. And I just allow myself to go. And, I close my eyes. Next thing you know, I'm on another side of the stage. But the spirit really takes over.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you, Lyric, and for sitting here, and we're going to bring in another cast member, but we're learning a lot. Did you know that he could sign?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm brand new. New.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes,
yeah,
please
take your wine with
Thank you, Lyric.
Yes,
But you know what,
you.
Lyric, before you go here, let us toast. Let us toast the fellowship.
Yes.
So.
Chrissy, did you know he could sign? Christy Dean?
I knew. Yeah.
So I know he didn't know.
It's on the website.
Okay, well, thank
It's on the
you.
website.
So for those
you
who
pointed
didn't,
out that I don't read. No, my only thing that I read is the script. That's why I have to read. I have to learn my lines.
so for those who may not know, Christy was on our podcast 5-6 weeks ago.
That's 5-6 weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah. And you were talking about this play that's coming up, or a different one.
I had several projects, and I think this is one of them that I was in about 5.
Yeah, that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And so, are you responsible for Charlie here getting into the?
I am. She's my bestie. That's my bestie. But you know what? Because for those that didn't know, I'm a playwright myself. I have put on 2 plays. The only difference is mine's are rated R. They aren't gospel.
Yeah, that children are not allowed.
Children are not allowed in mine.
Yeah.
And your daughter here, Charlamagne, just kept saying, just give me one line. And I'm looking at her like, this is not as easy as you think. So that's why on the way here, I told her it is not easy, is it? No. Trying to memorize these lines. And she's like, it's a lot of work. And I'm like, I told you.
Yeah.
But it, like I said before, we kind of get offended when people think, oh, this is easy. Anybody can do it. And it's like, no, when you get up there with lights, camera, action, like he said, he forgot his lines, anything could happen. And so you really do have to be a perfectionist in it. But what I will agree with that everybody said is that it is so fun. And you'll do it for free sometimes because it's just like,
if you're an artist, you have to do things for free.
Yeah.
I did, like I said, I made my living singing and acting, but it took a long time to get paid to do it. And you have to love it enough to do it until you get paid to do it. And, you know, I want to touch on something you said for just a second, because you said that sometimes you allow you listen to a song and you would be vulnerable and cry. You're the only, besides me, you're the only guy I've heard admit that publicly. And I admitted it publicly. Well, not so publicly, but on the job a couple of weeks ago, and I, kind of got roasted. Like, oh, you need a tissue. They was kind of needling me because I was telling them that I was listening to Stevie Wonder's "Love's in Need of Love Today."
So we all know that song now.
See, we got one today too. Kim, you know that one?
I don't know. So I guess
Lyric, you know that one?
I don't know that one.
Okay.
I don't know that one. Me and Lyric don't know it. She's 44. I'm 45.
Stevie Wonder, "Love's in Need."
Love's in need of love today. Don't delay. Send yours in right away. Don't know that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know it.
Well, I was thinking about.
Evan, do you know it?
He like, no.
I think if people play the song, then y'all can remember.
But just love, being in need of love, and it being kind of a plea, like a telethon plea. Don't delay, send yours in right away, because hate's going around breaking many hearts.
Yes.
And it just hit me, and I started crying.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was sharing that and got needled, but that's a strong man that will
so that they cry, right?
You feel a song. Songs can take you to different places.
Correct.
Good, bad, whatever. It can be a release. It can be a stress. It can motivate you to do something good. It could, promote sexual healing or whatever.
I know that song.
Of course.
we did mention this show was rated PG. No,
I'm messing with you. I go with my rated R stuff.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. This is an unrated podcast. I just took the chance to needle somebody else. I've been getting needled pretty hard.
But I know that song. But I was like, I'm just bringing that out there. I know that song. Now, would you interpret that song if sexual healing?
Yeah, how would you interpret that song?
I since I learned how to sign sing, I only interpreted inspirational and gospel songs.
Okay.
It wasn't until last year when I had a premiere for one of my short films, and we took it to St. Louis. I interpreted a country song.
Oh, neat.
Which one?
"Got What I Got" by Jason Aldean.
I know Jason Aldean.
Okay. It's a love song. It's a love song. So I used to work with clients with disabilities, three guys, and one of the guys, he was playing this song and it caught my ear, and it's a love song, and I was like, I really like that song. It has a great message, and I just started teaching myself the song, and so when we had the premiere for the song in St. Louis, we had it at a coffee shop in St. Louis, and the owners asked me the same thing. Why did you choose that song? Because it's a love song, and people wouldn't expect me to interpret that song.
Right.
So I'm open to interpreting songs outside of the inspirational and gospel era, because that can appeal to a different audience. It can appeal to, a different age range of audience.
Right.
The goal for the production company is to, reach the masses and educate people and inspire people and, let people know that, you may not be able to sign, fluently, but, we can teach you. We have the sign language classes, but don't be intimidated because you can't speak the same language of that person.
Exactly. That is so cool.
So I want to turn that question back around on y'all. How would y'all interpret that song, Sexual Healing?
Oh, how about
you don't want to hear my answer.
Wait, no. But no, you like interpret or sign it.
How would you interpret it? I mean, if someone asked you to interpret what that song says to you.
What it says to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that you have to figure that out to interpret something.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do.
Don't even.
Well,
I plead the fifth. I don't want to answer that question.
Okay. Well, if I
leave it to your imagination, right, Christy?
Yeah. Obviously, healing oneself and knowing what sex you are. I'm just teasing. I don't know. I would take the second fifth. Obviously, the song has been played for many sexual reasons, but now I have to sit here and sing all the words. Kim, you got a interpretation for it?
Kim was ducking it.
Look, I know, right? Everybody is.
I will.
Thank you. Enlighten us, please.
I will.
So we can have a clean
If
mind.
I was going to interpret Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing, I would do it in 2 words. Booty call.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And see, I would have interpreted just a great orgasm. That's why I got to be quiet.
But in order to get to the orgasm, you gotta get through the lyrics of the song. So she jumped straight to the end.
It's sexual healing, so I'm getting a healing from this. I'm feeling great, is what I would interpret. So that's why I said, you don't want my answer.
But he's saying I can get on the telephone and call you a baby, honey. I know you'll be there. To relieve me, the love you give to me, will free me. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm laughing because I was watching Family Feud before I got here, the repetitions of Family Feud with Steve Harvey, the best ones. And that was a question. What artist can you name that has helped make babies? And Marvin Gaye was number 2.
Wow.
Who was number 1? Barry White.
Very White.
Very White. Okay.
How did I know that?
That's what that was, right?
And third probably be R. Kelly, right?
R. Kelly didn't make the list. And Steve Harvey was like, I'm about to throw y'all. R. Kelly did not make the list.
Wow.
I was like, wow. Even with Steve saying wow, he threw the card down.
She's a Barry White baby.
I believe you. I believe
you. What song did y'all play?
I was thinking.
Yeah. What song did y'all play to make it? Y'all need to know this.
See, actually, because I've been laughing, so my bass ain't gonna work now.
I know what song.
Love you, just a little more, baby.
Hey.
I'm gonna need you every day. I'm gonna want you in every way. That's 19.
And it was 23 minutes. It was 23 minutes. That's how I got here. No,
on September 23rd. 23. We're feeling like this. Look, I ain't never seen.
Well, actually,
like
she's a Barry White and a Stevie Wonder baby because Stevie Wonder was the other record that was playing. So,
and then Marvin Gaye came out after that. It was a whole escapade.
I know, right?
So I was conceived Christmas Day of 1974.
Okay.
That was a good present.
No, that would have been 73. Because you were born in 74. I was gonna say that would have been quick.
Sorry, I would have been so 73. Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
See, not everybody can know the song that you was made to, so I feel pretty blessed.
Right? I need to ask my mama now. What song was I made to? See, Steve Harvey and Family Feud got me thinking.
Huh? Yeah, I know. No, they told me it was Christmas.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, they made sure that I knew
the
how
gift
I
that
got
keeps
here.
on giving.
So, our engineer has walked out. So I was about to check and see.
Oh, we got 10 minutes.
We got to get off a little before the hour. But
okay.
But since he has walked out, there he is. He's back. How we doing on time, Evan? Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christy,
Yes.
you have come up here.
Yeah.
Let us pick your brain for information.
Yes.
For input.
Mhm.
See, that's another old movie that y'all didn't see, so I'm not even going to go there.
That's okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch this show so I can be like, okay, I need to look at this movie, this song. Y'all got
Yeah,
some stuff?
I need to do that too.
Yeah.
What was the robot Johnny Five? I can't remember the movie.
I remember that movie.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway,
Chrissy
But,
don't.
No, that's another one.
that's another one you don't know.
No.
So Christy, what is the first? You said that you were a playwright.
Mhm.
So what is the first play that you wrote?
It was called Marrying for the Wrong Reason. My mom is on husband number 6, and I always laugh about it because my dad only married my mom, and he didn't marry anymore after they divorced. So I was kind of patterning my life after my dad now that he's dead. But I always would tell him I only want to do it once, and after that I'll be a player for life if it don't work out.
Right.
Fine with me. But my mom, she's on husband number 6, but it wasn't about her for the wrong marriages. I had a sister that married just because she had a baby with a guy.
Uh-huh.
And so I wanted to touch the 3 main reasons I feel people marry.
Mhm.
And it was a very successful play. It was actually sold out. If you've ever heard Tyler Perry talk about his first play, he went bankrupt and homeless. My first play, I profited, and I had standing room only.
Wow.
It was at the State Fair of Texas, where you have State Fair, Texas. There's a theater inside of there. There's actually 3 theaters inside of there. I was in the biggest one called the Hall of State. It sits 390, and I had nothing but standing room only. Wonderful, wonderful play. And they mentioned me on K104 the next morning. That they had heard it was a really dope play the day before because I did it on a Sunday.
Mhm.
And like I say, so that kind of started my base. But that one was called Marrying for the Wrong Reason. And I want to give the 3 reasons. One girl had a baby with a guy and married him. And he was like, I married you for the kids. So they didn't make it. Then we had another girl. I switched it because nowadays, some reason, it's not just Texas I hear. Guys want you to take care of them. So I had a girl that married and he married her for her money instead of switching it. Where I saw Morris Chestnut one time and Michelle from Destiny Child, she married Morris for his money. So I said, no, we're not going to do the man get married for his money. Women get married for their money. So we did that and they didn't make it. She had her own business and of course he was cheating. And then we had the third reason. There was actually a guy that was down low and he was a preacher. And he also was in a fraternity. So we really pushed the button on this because we could have offended a lot of people. And of course, his wife came home to tell him she was pregnant because she had been trying to get pregnant. And he was receiving fellatio from another man in the bed.
Wow.
And so when all we did was hide the man and let him run to the bathroom. And so she was yelling, come out of this bathroom, B, the word or whatever. And when she's just banging. And when the man comes out the bathroom, of course, she faints. Because she didn't know that her husband was getting fellatio from another man instead of another woman. So very powerful play. My sister got up and ran the room. I knew it was a man. Everybody said because of the shoulders.
No.
They knew it was a man underneath doing all these motions. And we had a hard time, finding somebody that was willing to do that. So we had to find somebody that actually was like, oh, I've done more for less. Because I only paid my actors, $50. And so it was just really exciting, but very, very, very important play. Now, the worst part, guys, that I didn't tell y'all is me at the beginning in the bed talking about being sexually frustrated and how men cannot last. And they said it was all kind of people in the audience just squirming. And I'm in lingerie, pink lingerie in the beginning. And this is on YouTube. All my plays are on YouTube. And I'm talking about it's a whole monologue. And then at the end of the play, my sister is with the man that I was talking about in the bed.
Wow.
And when I meet him, it's like, we yell each other's name, and that's the end of the play.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So it was powerful. That was the first play.
Right.
So, unfortunately,
and the second one was just as powerful, and it had a
Her
lot
and her
of.
husband went, and he thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was a lot in it. What was that play called again?
How many frogs do I have to elf to get a prince?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that Derek went to see it or Kirk?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Derek went to see it.
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
see that one.
Uh-huh.
okay.
And that was XX.
Yeah, it was
Triple
X,
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 yeah.
yeah.
X.
X2.
Okay.
So you don't have any of those in your repertoire.
No, not yet. But
Y'all could co-write. Y'all could do a co-write.
I'm open. I believe in telling honest and sharing honest.
I mean,
stories.
they're honest stories,
Yeah.
and if they say the gospel is the truth, then they were the truth of my life,
Yeah.
Because the second one was more funny. That first one was more serious, but the
Right.
second one, I actually had a guy that called the police on me because I put his PlayStation out in 100-degree weather. So when we played that out, people were hollering, laughing at the police coming, and then they take you to jail instead of me because, fool, you had warrants.
And that's a true story.
And that's a true story.
Wow.
Well, anybody that sits around and plays video games all day,
That's what it was about. He
a
had
lot of them
called
have
the police
warrants.
because he played video games.
Yeah, a
all
lot of them
day.
have warrants because they don't want to be out in the street because they'll get arrested. So,
Right.
so they sit around and play video
So
games.
don't play PlayStation all day. I'm just teasing. I don't know.
Right.
But anyway, so if the website, if they want to buy the tickets.
Yeah, how do they buy the
Yeah.
tickets? Because we got to close it
Sure.
out.
MEWproductions.org. M as in Mary, E as in Esther, W as in Wolford, productions.org. You can purchase. Yeah, so MEW is Making Entertainment Worthwhile. MEW are my grandmother's initials, and the production company is in honor of her.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can go to the website, purchase tickets. We do accept sponsorships. We are looking for vendors. Anytime that we have a live production, we want to invite small businesses in so the audience members can support local, shop local. We're always looking for talent. So yeah, mewproductions.org.
Okay. And the
Yes.
play 50 Cent Jewelry Line is going to be what day exactly?
August the 22nd and the 23rd, Grambling State University.
Grambling State University.
Road
And,
trip.
and-
Yay.
And
Look at how
we have writer, producer, director. We've had the actors in the house,
Yes.
and I am definitely going to go see it.
You better. No.
Yeah, my
Yes.
mom says she's coming. So
Yeah,
I'm excited.
oh, okay,
Yeah, she said
okay.
she's gonna drive.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of people down there. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Well, thank you for coming. I love being around artists because being an artist, I love being around artists. Christy, school.
Yes.
I was good
Yeah,
today.
yes, you were. You were good, and you maintained.
I maintained today.
That's right, you did.
And I love the way all of us thought green. I don't know about you people.
I know. I don't know what
Red,
happened.
but look,
Well,
we
I
thought
did. We
green.
had to be.
The red.
Yeah, I had to
Yes,
match him.
yeah.
So that
we
worked
were
out.
on different memo screen. That's what it is.
That's right.
Okay. Well, Kim's telling me to shut up and close it out. So
Wrap it up.
Well, no, she was saying wrap it up. Okay. So anyway, we will be back next Wednesday. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get the out of here.
That's
So,
right. So you gotta love yourself so you can love somebody else.
That's right. So love yourself. We gotta make it easier to love somebody else. We will be back next week. Same facts time, same facts channel.
Yes.
And we will see y'all next Wednesday. We've been going on the air at 7. We're doing good. So we will see y'all at 7 without the ish.
That's right.
See y'all next Wednesday. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hey, this is Charlie,
This is
Are we
JR.
clear?
host of Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events.